All right, the impacts of this storm, not going to be snow, that's for sure, but we are dealing with freezing rain, some very slick conditions in northern Connecticut this morning. So if you're joining us this morning in this little extra hour, half hour of coverage, we appreciate that. And we're talking about freezing rain. We're talking about traveling, very slick up in northern Connecticut, walking around, very slick. Even here in Rocky Hill, the parking lot was a little bit glazed over in ice. I was like, woo! And power outages could be a little bit of a problem in northwest Connecticut as the freezing rain continues to cling to the trees and the power lines there. So we're keeping an eye on it for you. All right, driving around this morning, rain and freezing rain, and it's foggy too. Nicole, you encountered a lot of fog on your way in this morning. So, and I encountered it too. And the street lights, the lights were out on 91. Did you notice that, Caitlin? Yeah. It was terrible from like exits all the way through Rocky Hill. All of the lights were out on 91, so it was like pitch black. Dark. And it was dark, and I was like, whoa. And you had the fog, you got the rain coming down, and that on top of it didn't help things out. So rain, freezing rain, and foggy too this morning. Winter weather advisory in effect for everybody with the exception of the immediate shoreline of New Haven, Middlesex, and New London counties. This is for an icy mix and freezing rain this morning. And there it is on our Doppler. I mean, you can see it as plain as day, or as plain as dark out there right now. We are taking a look at some moderate bands of rain. This is plain rain, where you see the greens, the yellows, and even some oranges this morning. That's where we are dealing with some bouts of heavy rain. But up here in parts of northern Connecticut, that's where we're dealing with bouts of freezing rain. Sleet might be a little bit of a problem. When you wake up this morning, head to your computers. Let me know what you've got going on in your hometown. I would love to hear from you at weather3@wfsb.com. But it's very messy. Reported icing conditions up here in northern Connecticut this morning. And this is exactly as we had expected the storm to play out. All right, there's that reduced visibility that I'm talking about in Hartford. 33 degrees, one above the freezing mark, which is good news with the wind out of the north-northwest at 9. It does make it feel a little bit cooler out there. So notice by about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the rain starts to turn off, and by noon, it should be completely over. We'll still be dealing with clouds at noon, but by about 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon, we might actually see some limited sunshine. So we are expecting a much better commute this evening than this morning, that's for sure. Budget in lots of extra travel time. You'll notice the rain icons for the shoreline right through 12 o'clock, possibly 1 o'clock this afternoon, so it'll take a little time to exit the shoreline as well. Now here are the temperatures, a little precarious, hovering right around that freezing mark, and that's cause for concern. The numbers are way above average, don't get me wrong, but we need them to get above that freezing mark in Salisbury at 31, Torrington 30, Waterbury 32, 31 at Bradley. This is why we're seeing that mixed precipitation up here in northwest Connecticut. There are the winds out of the north, anywhere from 6 to 9 to 15 miles an hour out of the northeast and Bridgeport, and that's going to make it feel a little bit cooler, like it's in the mid to upper 20s. So there is a bit of a wind chill out there this morning. Here are your headlines. Rain and freezing rain this morning. It all ends around noon, and then we are expecting partial clearing by later this afternoon. And then tomorrow we get a break, and then we're right back into the thick of it with Thursday and Friday. And that storm could be messier than the current storm that we're dealing with right now. All right, so here's the regional radar over the past 12 hours. You can see the moisture, the precipitation moved in overnight. We've got that mixed bag for you up in northwest Connecticut. We've got plain rain along the shoreline, and this will be the trend. It does get a little bit heavier. This is 7 o'clock this morning. So you've got there could even be a rumble of thunder this morning in parts of southeast and northeast Connecticut. So we're going to keep an eye on that for you as well. And notice the icing, it hangs on in parts of northern interior Connecticut. And then by 9 o'clock, it starts winding down from west to east, and it's gone by noontime today, and then we're expecting that partial clearing, which is good news. Let's turn our attention to Thursday. Thursday morning, when you wake up with us, we should be fine. But it's Thursday late morning, early afternoon, we start to see that snow breaking out, and it will be snow for a period of time. This model keeps a snow right through Thursday evening. Then we start to see that mix line pushing into the state. Everybody should go over to a little bit of a mix and maybe even some plain rain Thursday night into Friday morning. So this is another very messy storm, and then hopefully some late day clearing on Friday. But this model keeps it going, and so does this particular model. This is the European model. So this start time is a little bit later than the GFS, but nonetheless it paints the same scenario. Snow Thursday night into Friday morning. Here comes that mix line by Friday morning. That mix line advances into Connecticut. So this has a little bit more mixing, and then it could end as a little period of rain or freezing rain on Friday morning, mid to late morning. So it's going to be a very messy storm Thursday and Friday. Daytime highs today climb into look at the numbers. It is going to be 54 degrees in New London later this afternoon. That's on the heels of a southwesterly flow. Unbelievable. So 40 today, but much warmer for the shoreline. The temperature spread is great. Tomorrow looks good. Thursday and Friday, we're talking about another storm system. And then Saturday and Sunday look good. Could be some rain and snow around here on Monday as a front moves into the area. We'll keep you posted on that as well. But we can all look forward to tomorrow. It'll be windy and cold, but the sun will be out.